Check out all of the impressive lemon-themed items the Dollar Tree is currently carrying. We're gonna be crafting with them today, and I also have some awesome and cool tips and tricks for you, including how to weather your pots in only one step. I have some free printables for you today that are gonna make your crafting even easier. And I'm bringing back one of my favorite summer decal sets from retirement that'll be available in my Etsy shop. Hi DIY friends, my name is Shannon and welcome to the Craft Room. You all asked for some summer-themed DIYs and ideas featuring lemons in this recent video, so I put together 10 ideas that are easy and fun to create. Let's start with an easy upgrade to these Dollar Tree signs. Dollar Tree recently got in a new selection of these cute signs, and it's so easy to update them and make them a little bit more custom than the way that they come. Just pick your favorite. The one is going to have kind of a wreath pattern on it. And we're gonna make our own little miniature lemons with some Crayola model magic. If you haven't tried this stuff, it is so fun to play with and craft with. It is a little bit like air dry clay, but definitely not near as messy. It doesn't get on your fingers, it doesn't get on your work surface, and it dries quickly. So we are literally just gonna roll these little things of Crayola model magic into little balls and then kind of pinch the ends, roll the middle again a little bit more, and you are left with these cute little lemon shapes. So once they dry, it takes about an hour or so, then you'll come in and go ahead and paint them yellow. So I'm using a chalk paint here, a little bit more of a muted yellow. If you like a bright yellow, use a bright yellow, totally up to you. I did leave some of the white kind of showing through, just so it had more texture coming through. And now we can start decorating our Dollar Tree signs. So this sign didn't have any greenery on it, so I just grabbed out this wired greenery that I had from the craft store. I will link it down below for you. I love this all year long, but especially at Christmas time, it is gonna come in perfectly for this DIY. You just kind of wrap it into a circle a few times and then wrap the tail around itself so it stays in shape. And then similarly to this porch sign, this one already had some greenery on it. I just pulled it off there. We're gonna save that and use it and give this sign a little bit more of some greenery here so it doesn't look so sparse looking. I just did the same thing as the home sign, but then I took the greenery from the porch sign and hot glued that right on top. You can see we get a nice kind of layering and texture to look there. And now all you have to do is once your lemons are dry, you can hot glue those onto the wreaths, just a little bit here and there. And then I also took a larger one and I actually glued it right to the center of this bow at the top, which gave it a little bit more color up there too. Same thing with this porch sign, and just kind of tucked those lemons in there and glued them down with some hot glue. So super easy, right? Just a very simple and quick way to update some signs that are affordable from Dollar Tree. But keep this in mind, if you have other signs at home, all you have to do is glue some little lemons onto them to give them more of a summertime and updated look. I made these next two DIYs even easier for you with these two free printables. It is so easy to add them to your computer. All you have to do is head down to the description box below, click the link, save them to your computer. Just make sure to bump your quality level up to best before hitting print to get the best quality. Let's start with this printable right here. All right, so this is actually scaled down to an 8x10 size, and yes, you can find beautiful picture frames at Dollar Tree, one of my absolute favorite things to get from there because you are gonna get a bargain and they actually look really nice too. So this doesn't get any easier. All you have to do is print out your free printable. Like I said, will be linked down below for you. And then we're gonna take off about 1/4 of an inch on each side and about a 1/2 inch from the top and the bottom. So we now have an 8x10 size. Like I said, just regular computer paper here, nothing fancy. Go ahead and put it in your frame and easy peasy, right? If you wanted to, you could decorate up your frame a little bit, but I really like the simplicity of this. And of course you can take this file, scale it down, scale it up, make it fit whatever frame that you already have. But a simple, easy, and really classy way to get a touch of yellow for your decor. And now this is the second free printable that I'll have linked down below for you. They are bookmarks, and all you have to do is print this out on regular computer paper again, take some scissors and cut them out. So these are small enough that you can actually print these out and then use some packing tape to laminate them. So we want to make sure we can use these over and over again. So we're actually going to double these up too. You're going to take some adhesive. I have this tape runner that I love. It's great for paper crafting. I'll link it down below for you, but stick glue works for this too. We're just going to sandwich these together, press them flat, no air bubbles in there, and we're going to do that with the second set too. Now, if you didn't want to do this and you wanted to have 4 bookmarks instead of 2, you can absolutely do that. I just thought it would be cute to give these bookmarks a double-sided look. Now you're going to come in with some regular packing tape, the most clear packing tape you can find, not the kind of hazy or frosted looking kind, and we're going to lay our paper right in the center of that tape, flatten it out, get all the air bubbles out, and then just fold it in half and press it down again from one end to the other, get all the air bubbles out, and then trim this down. You're also going to trim down the sides and the top so it's flush but is now laminated and protected and a little bit waterproof. So you can stop here if you want, or we're gonna dress ours up a little bit more just by taking a hole punch and punching a hole into the top of each one of these bookmarks. And as you can see, I also have some wood beads laying out there, and I also grabbed a really inexpensive thing of embroidery floss from the craft store. We're gonna make a little tassel for the top, so I'm using a phone case for this. You can use cardboard, whatever you have on hand, just big enough that you can make a nice tassel for the top of your bookmark. Pull it off and then cut one of the little loops at the bottom so we have one long piece of embroidery floss. We're going to put some tape on the end and then put that end through the bookmark and through one of those wood beads. Add some more tape to the other end and push that through the wood bead. So now we have a wood bead and a nice tassel on the top. Instead of tying a knot at the top, I just took some hot glue and put it inside the wood bead to keep that all in place, and then removed the tape off the top of the string. Not too bad for a freebie, right? And I love the added addition and embellishment of the tassel and the wood bead to just make it look a little bit more fancy. This is just an idea. You can grab that free printable down below or use your own printables and scrapbook paper to recreate these. All right, so this is a fun one. We're actually gonna take some real lemons for this project and a yellow candle from Dollar Tree to make some cute summertime candles. So if you haven't melted down Dollar Tree wax before, let me give you some tips. We're gonna put our stove onto medium-high heat, and then we're gonna put a pot of water filled up about halfway, and then set our candle down in the wax and kind of let it come to temperature all together. You kind of want a rolling boil. Now while that's working on coming to boil, we're going to take our real lemons, cut them in half lengthwise, and then take a spoon and kind of pull out all the lemon goodness out of the middle. I did go ahead and save the pulp from this so that I can use them for cleaning supplies, or we love to make avocado toast and we put some lemon in there. So I did put that into the refrigerator because we're just going to be using the rinds for this DIY. So what are we doing here? We're actually going to turn these into really cute decorative candles. I'm using some wood wicks here that I got from Amazon, and I'll link them down below for you. I like these because they have a nice hefty metal bottom on them, which makes them weighted so they don't fly up to the top. And in this case, we aren't really going to be able to glue or tape anything down to the bottom of these lemons. So in this case, these kind of work out a little better. We're just putting those right in the center of the lemons. And then I wanted to give you some tips for melting the rest of your wax. All right, so here's a little tip when you are melting your wax in these candles. You can see the bottom is pretty much melted. We just need to get this top part melted now. So what I like to do, and you have to do this super carefully, just kind of take something and push down on that solid wax, and you can see some of it'll bubble up into the top, and that'll kind of help disperse some of the heat from the bottom to the top, and then it will thoroughly melt all the way down eventually. Just do this really carefully. You don't want to topple over your glass or squirt yourself with the hot wax. Be careful. But now you'll see, now it's going to evenly melt this whole jar of wax for us. And here's what it looks like. It does take about 20 minutes, so be patient with it, but it will completely melt down, and then remove the wick from the inside there. And then again, very, very carefully, you're gonna be taking that jar, using something to protect your hands as you pour the wax into the lemons. Now, once that wax has some time to harden and set up, you can see I kind of over poured on this lemon. If you get any wax on the outside rind, just take a knife and kind of scrape it off the side there to make it look a little more nicer. And same thing here, just cutting our wicks down so our candles look really nice. And then to display these, totally up to you. I just found this tray at Dollar Tree and grabbed some of their white rock. And then just spread that rock onto the tray evenly and press the lemons down into the rock so they would sit nice and flat. And then added some greenery to give it some more life and texture and really make this whole set pop. I think this is so pretty. I did not test these out to see if it would burn or melt the lemon rind. So if you've tried this, let me know down in the comments below, but I would probably suggest just to use these for decorative purposes, which I think looks really, really pretty. Now it's time for my secret in how I create weathered pots in only one step. This is the secret right here, and I'll link it down below for you. But if you're excited for this tip, hit the thumbs up button. So this is what it is. It is lime wash glaze. I got this from Lowe's, but I'll also link something similar down in the description box below for you because I think it's actually sold out online right now. So I will give you another option, but look how easy this is. All you have to do is take that lime wash and paint it onto your surface with a paintbrush. The consistency, it really actually reminds me of like a Mod Podge, but it's not sticky at all. It's very thin and it dries really quickly too. So I just put a small amount onto the pot and then took a paper towel and kind of rubbed it around. I didn't want any paintbrush strokes on there. I just really wanted it to look more random. So I went all the way around the pot, and by the time I got back to the start, it actually had pretty much dried. So I went ahead and did a second coat the same way. Also, don't forget to get the top rim and also down into the pot itself too, so you don't see fresh terracotta, which kind of clashes with the weathering look on the outside. But how pretty is that? Very easy and quick to do. And now we're going to grab a couple of these stems from Dollar Tree with the little lemons on them, and we're gonna make a little lemon tree. So this is some Dollar Tree styrofoam, pushing this into the bottom of our pot, and then we're gonna take both of those stems and marry them together. So put them together right in the center and then start twisting the center stems, the longest ones, together so it looks more like one big stem instead of two stems put together. Trim down the stems so they're a little bit shorter, and then we're going to press that into the styrofoam. If you want to use some hot glue here to keep them in place, you absolutely can. Now we need to cover up that styrofoam, so Spanish moss is perfect for this. Again, an item you can find at Dollar Tree in the floral section. We're gonna pull off a couple hunks of that and just stick it down into the pot. I didn't use any hot glue or anything here. It kind of just sits in there and holds on to itself. So just tuck it around, make sure you have enough to cover that styrofoam. Easy peasy. These lemon trees are super popular right now, especially for summertime, and they can get a little pricey. So this one actually only cost us about $5 to make. And I say that that is a win. And obviously, I hope you give that trick for weathering your terracotta pots a try. I love this idea. We're gonna make a really full lemon garland that looks super high end using some picks from Dollar Tree and a few of their single lemons that you can just grab out of the box. They look just like this. As you can see, those pick lemons are a little bit smaller. We did that on purpose. You're also gonna need some jute and some leaves. These are some magnolia leaves that I've had forever from Hobby Lobby, so head to the craft store and grab some of those. Or you can also use the leaves that come off of those picks for this, or use what you have around the house. We're going to take those lemons, they're basically just styrofoam, and we're going to take an awl and we're going to run it through the center, the long end of our lemons, and we're going to do that on both sides. My awl was definitely not long enough, so if you have a longer kind of pick thing, that would help, especially with these bigger lemons. I just kind of pushed it through on both sides, hoping they lined up, and then came in with a barbecue skewer here to make sure that I had a hole all the way through. Now we need to get these lemons strung onto that jute, so we're going to do that. Just take some tape and we're going to take some jute, put it onto a barbecue skewer, and kind of feed that jute onto the pointy end and then use the tape to hold it all down. This is basically gonna make us a long needle. I'm sure I'm gonna get some questions about my tape dispenser too, so I'll link that down below for you. I love that thing. It has made life so much easier, pretty cool. So now we're gonna take our barbecue skewer and push it through those holes that we've created in the lemons, and we're going to alternate them, the smaller size and then the bigger size, and repeat until we have all our lemons onto the string. Now I should have bought more of these to make a longer one. I would have loved to put this garland onto my mantle, but I kind of had this idea after the fact. So if you want a longer garland, definitely grab more lemons and lemon picks from Dollar Tree. But this one still turns out pretty good. Once we get them all on there, we're gonna tie knots on each end and use a little bit of hot glue to keep them together. And then all you have to do is hot glue your leaves on the bottom side of your lemons and kind of come in and fill in any gaps that you might have. And it just all comes together really nicely. Trim off the tails of your jute once it's all together, and look how pretty this is. Very, very classy and high-end looking, but it was super affordable. Again, I wish I would have made this longer. Maybe I'll make a second one and kind of join them together because I think this would be gorgeous on a mantle. But I still love this little one. So pretty to kind of accent a shelf or put down the center of your table for a centerpiece. This is one of my favorite summer decal sets, which is why I'm bringing it out of retirement and making it available again in my Etsy shop. So I will have it linked down in the description box below for you. If you don't have a vinyl machine or a Cricut machine, this is a great way to still easily recreate the projects that I'm sharing with you. Or if you already do have a vinyl cutting machine, all you have to do is use the font The Skinny and create your own. Now here's some fun and easy ways to use these decals to create your own summer lemon themed decor. Decals are such an easy way to really elevate things that you might already have. And in this case, I'm going to be updating some old mugs, a pitcher, and a lemon squeezer from my stash to turn them into ones that are more themed for summertime, and obviously this lemon theme. So this is an old pitcher that I had, and I just added this decal onto the front of it. Very easy, especially if you order from my Etsy shop. It will come just like this with the transfer tape on top, so you can just easily remove it from the paper backing, press it down into place, rub it on, and then pull that transfer tape off the top, and you're left with something that looks super nice and also very professionally done. So obviously this is the cute little lemon squeezer, the perfect little decal for that, and then added the rest of them onto some mugs. You can also find mugs at Dollar Tree, which I've done a lot in the past too. I just added a decal on them. I got an affordable way to update my kitchen and my coffee bar. I definitely miss my coffee bar a ton recently. Not recently, probably a year and a half ago now. We actually completely renovated our whole kitchen. So if you want to see that video, I'll link it down below for you too. So this whole wall is now cabinets and a giant refrigerator and not a coffee bar. So you wouldn't believe the transformation, but I absolutely love this lemon themed coffee bar and the way these decals really elevated just some simple mugs and a pitcher and a lemon squeezer to give it a really cute and fun theme. So again, if you're interested in those decals, I will have those in my Etsy shop. I'll have a QR code popping up on the screen to make it easy for you to check out, or you can go down to the description box below and click that link, or head over to Etsy and you can find me in the Etsy shop called TheDailyDIYer. I have another real lemon project for you here, using a couple vases from Dollar Tree and some live flowers, but you could also do faux flowers too if you want. We're going to take this green mini bud vase from Dollar Tree and add our flowers to it. Real flowers, obviously. Added some water in there too, and then added some yellow flowers to keep with our lemon theme. Tucked those down in there, and then we are going to put this little vase into a larger vase, a cylinder vase from Dollar Tree. You just want to make sure your inside vase is going to fit in the next size vase, and then fill that up with water, and we are going to cut up some of these real lemons into slices. Then just take your lemons and push them down into your larger vase. As you can see, the inside vase kind of holds the lemon slices in place for you. You just want to make sure you cut your lemon slices thin enough. Obviously, mine was a little bit thick, so I had to cut it down a little bit, but very, very cute. This makes for a beautiful centerpiece or a beautiful gift idea. Mother's Day is right around the corner, so this would be a great Mother's Day gift or centerpiece for a bridal shower, baby shower, get together, luncheon. Keep this idea in mind. I wanted to bring back a couple of my favorite lemon projects from the past, and this one is a good one using some nautical rope and a Dollar Tree burner cover. And we're also going to need some white and yellow paint. So we're going to turn this burner cover into a lemon tray. So cute. So you're just going to take some paint, yellow paint, and paint out your burner cover. So I would recommend using some chalk paint for this because acrylic paint could chip or scratch once it's painted, and chalk paint just likes to grab on and stay really well on most surfaces, including this burner cover. So obviously this is the inside, so we flipped the burner cover upside down, painted the inside yellow, and now we're going to make a circle inside of the burner cover with some white paint and then kind of draw in like a daisy style design in the middle, and then paint in all of the outside with white. And as you can see, that transforms it into a lemon looking tray. And we're gonna give it some handles with that nautical rope, just cutting down a couple pieces and then hot gluing the ends onto the tray, kind of creating a U so they stick out from the side of the tray a little bit. Easy peasy. Doing the same thing on the other side, a little bit of hot glue on both ends of that rope holds it in place, and now we can use it in our decor. Oh my goodness, I love this DIY too. It is turning a Dollar Tree inexpensive doormat into a lemon decorative doormat. We're just gonna find the center of this rug, kind of mark it, and then we put a Sharpie marker onto a piece of jute, and we're going to make a semicircle here. So we're gonna start at the top and kind of work our way to the corners. So you have to adjust your jute to be smaller so we can get a mark from corner to corner. So I kind of started in the middle. You can see this one was too long, so I came back in and shortened up that rope until I got the right sized half circle to then be able to cut it out. And regular scissors cuts out these doormats really easily, so you don't need anything special to do that. Just go along your markings for that half circle. We're gonna turn this yellow super easy and quick with a can of yellow spray paint. I did give this 3 coats to make sure I had a good solid yellow color. Going over that darker gray was a little bit difficult, so 3 coats works. Then we're gonna come in with some white chalk paint here. Again, it sticks to almost everything and stays, so this is gonna hold up better for us than an acrylic paint. You can see I created a smaller semicircle with that white paint, and then came in with the little daisy shapes, daisy flower petals, and then painted in between those lines to give us the lemon design. It's also cute to come in with a couple little splashes of white paint here and there, which makes it look kind of like it's glistening or has some highlights in there and gives it a little bit more texture and style. So once that's completely dry, you can really use this as a doormat. So just kind of put it on a regular size doormat, and some carpet tape, some double-sided carpet tape will help keep it down in place, and you can literally use this outdoors or be cute in front of a coffee bar or in front of your kitchen sink or refrigerator. If you've made it to the end of this video, leave me a lemon emoji down in the comments below. You all are the best DIYers, and I just want to give you a big thank you. I hope this video inspired you to get decorating for these warmer months ahead. I have lots more ideas to share with you that are still affordable and easy. I'll have those videos popping up on your screen. You'll want to go ahead, click one of those, and get to watching that next. Thanks so much for watching today, and I will see you in the next one. Have a very creative day.